Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Kareem Akbar back again, back again. We back again. We back again. Salute, salute, salute to everybody pulling up. It's your boy Kareem Akbar back with another video. Now we're gonna talk about something a little different. Usually we talk about the same old characters, but today we're gonna definitely discuss the up and coming brothers in the great sport of boxing, the great sport. We talking about guys like Big Baby Anderson, even though he coming off getting freshly beat to death. We still talking about my brother. We also talking about guys like Bam Rodriguez, talking about Xander Zayas, just a bunch of good up and coming brothers who I think really do a wonderful, wonderful job when it comes to boxing. So it's a lot we got to get to. It's your boy. Bear with me as you see we on the brand new platform. I'm still learning how it goes. I'm learning how to do this, learning how to do that on it. But it's all coming together, man. It's all coming together. The most important thing is that the family's in the house. You guys can hear me. I can hear you, and we ready to roll. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got my audio. Uh, We'll make sure I got my audio together. Test, check, check, check. 1, 2. My man Nas should say check 1, 2, 1, 2. We in the building. We in the building. But like I said, when it comes to Bam Rodriguez, when it comes to a lot of these young up and coming brothers, man, it's so much fun to see them fight. I really enjoy what they're doing. I'll just tell you this. I never in a million years could have imagined boxing being so deep, uh, getting the opportunity to see some of these young guys come up all the way from the amateurs to now. I mean, Bam Rodriguez, I'm telling you, he has been truly, truly, truly a great young talent. I think he's been terrific for the sport. I think the sky's the limit for him. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him more. He headlining this card in Philly. They calling him the new king of Philly. So salute to him. Salute to my brother Billy in the house, always showing love. But yeah, Bam Rodriguez really excites me. He's 24 years old, so a lot of life left in those legs. I feel like he's going to make some big fights. And unlike some guys that we talk about, I feel like he really got. Salute to my man, my people coming in here. What's going on, my man, brother Free in the house? We got definitely my man in the house. What's going on,
What's
brothers?
good?
What's
I
going on,
mean,
Kareem Akbar? What's happening?
chilling, man. Just something about the future of boxing, man. Still trying to figure this little thing out, but I ain't gonna lie, my brother Free was right. This is a cold little setup, baby. It's a cold little
I like
setup.
it though, man. I like it.
Yeah, I definitely do.
The the graphics looks better on here and everything, man. When you first come on to it and it shows the thumbnail title is dope, man. I like the whole setup. I'm with it. I will be setting up on here as well. I mean, so shout out to both of y'all for putting that out there, man. Yeah, we was just over there busting it up with Tommy, man. So it's time to get over here with the fan. Me and D3 was over there busting up with Tommy because we told him we'll come through and rock out with him, man. So we rocked out with him for an hour. Now it's
Shout out
time
to
to
my
click
man.
over here. Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out
So
to
what
my
you got
man
going
Puerto
on?
Rican Tommy. We just talking about the best fighters under 24. I think sometimes, as Free used to say all the time, we focus on the same old dudes, but not today. We're gonna talk about the young up and coming monsters like Bam Rodriguez, Xander Zayas, Jared Anderson, Emiliano Vargas, the guys that we all been looking forward
Abdullah
to.
Mason, yeah. The young pups, the young pups. Which I think is pretty dope. BVO, great idea to come up with, man, because we cook with on the same thing, but sometimes it becomes boring, even though we do a good job at it. So I like the topic, man. So hopefully everybody comes in and enjoy the content tonight. If not,
For
we punch
sure.
you on your mouth.
So let me ask you this, Crush. And let me start with Free, and I'm gonna go to my man Crush. Hey, Free, when you see a guy like a Xander Zayas, nice 54 pounder. I really think he would be better at middleweight, but I see him kind of making 54 cool enough. When you say a guy like Xander Zayas, what do you say his ceiling is?
You said what I say his what is again?
His ceiling.
It's
What is it?
still.
What is his ceiling? Salute the Melon
Um,
Queen showing through.
well, with him being only, I think he just turned 22.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of hard to say because he haven't really been in a fight where he had to really dig down deep. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't really know what you have with him. You believe you know what he can do, but you don't really know because he hasn't really have to dig down deep in a fight yet. So
Mm-hmm.
for far as of what I see, I think I think he could be a multi-division champion. I think he can uh push for undisputed. Would he get undisputed? I don't know. I mean, at 54 is a lot of dogs down there. I don't know if he can get undisputed at 54. Now, at 60, I think it'd be an easier route for him to get undisputed. There ain't that many dogs at 160. I mean, you got Janabek, and that's pretty much it. I think
What about Lar? You've been knocking everybody out.
who?
Lar. Salute to my man, Just Do. Lar.
Yeah, Laura, but I think by the time he gets to 160, I think Laura's gonna be retired. Laura's already what
Oh, okay.
41, 42,
Yeah,
so
I think
he's
he's
gonna he's
41.
gonna be retired. Laura ain't got but a handful of fights left. He probably got maybe a year or two left, and he's gonna hang it up. So I don't. It's not like I said. It's not. I mean, outside of Laura and Jennebeck, who else is at 160 outside of the prospects that we know that's there? Nobody.
It's all prospects. Yeah, you're right. It's all prospect. See, my thing is this, and I want to get your opinion on this too, Crush. When you see Xander, is it just hype, or do you see those physical tools that I see? 5'10", good jab, responsible defensively at times. Do you see a Miguel kind of Cotto type of thing in this kid, or am I over? Am I reaching?
Um,
Uh,
Go ahead,
I,
Crush.
I
Go ahead.
don't. I don't think you reaching. That's your opinion, and it's a good one. And seeing traits of Miguel Cotto on him, that's a compliment for Xander Zayas. I
Mm-hmm.
can't see it just as yet, but I'm not gonna doubt that it's there. I
Mm-hmm.
have to see a little more. But speaking for the guys that's under 24, he has time. He has time, and alluding to what D Free was saying. It depends on where you go in the weight classes. Now, right now, 54 is a little too thick for him. But is he
Mm-hmm.
gonna, is they gonna move him that slow? You see what I'm saying? Or are they just gonna go up? My thing is whatever your biological weight clock starts saying to you it's time to move up, then you move up. That's the best thing to do. But I think his ceiling, he's nice. He's nice where he's at right now. He's nice. Um, his ceiling, anything is possible. He could wind up being the future Hall of Famer. He can also wind up being a great at the end of his career. So it depends on how they matching him up and how he's looking and how he's winning his fights. But I think anything is possible for him. So it's upscale for me with him. So the sky's the limit for him. Let's see how far he goes.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't. I mean, it's hard to say if he's just all hype because, like I said, he hasn't really been in there with anybody that he shouldn't look good against. So it's kind of hard to say if he's all hype because what we see a guy that has skills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can he display those skills on a higher level? It
Mm-hmm.
remains to be seen. I think he will be able to. I don't see a kid that doesn't study the craft. I don't see a kid that's out partying and stuff like that. I see a kid who loves boxing. And we got to remember, like I said, he's only 21, 22. So
Mm-hmm.
he still haven't became a full man yet. So he's probably going to end his career somewhere around 168, 175. He's gonna be a big dude because you gotta look at him. He came into the game at 154 at 18
Mm-hmm.
years old. So 16 actually. He came into the game at 154 at 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So when he actually started getting close to that 25 25-year-old range, It's gonna be time for him to move up. He's not gonna be able to stay at 54 too much longer. So I think he's gonna probably end up moving up. Now he still got some time before he moves up. So how they gonna move him at 54 is gonna have to be very very careful, because you don't want to ruin a young fighter before they get a opportunity to display what they really have. Because if you put him in there like Big Baby Anderson, you put him in there with a dog, you could very well ruin him, because we haven't heard anything about Big Baby Anderson since that fight. So I mean, it very well could have ruined him.
You cold freak.
I'm being honest. Have you heard anything from Big Baby?
You know
Nope.
I have. I'm from Ohio. You know I heard it. I'm from
I haven't
Ohio.
heard anything.
He actually been working out with Easter Bunny. He was in Toledo working out with Easter Bunny. So that's the word on the street, that he back in the gym, looking good. I think the thing that Jared really showed us is that he has no defense. And I didn't know he was that bad on defense. My God. I mean, that big George Foreman looking dude beat the Cheetos out of him.
But I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Like,
yeah.
Big Baby is only 25 years old. He might have just turned 26. I'm not sure when his birthday is. But
Big Baby's 24. He's not 25.
24. So he might have turned 25, or he might be still 24. So he's 24 years old. He only fought one time this year. He's still considered, quote unquote, a prospect. So that's what I'm saying. That fight, putting him in there with that caliber of opponent, it could have very well gave him a setback, because he wasn't ready for that. I mean, I seen it. A lot of us seen it prior to him getting in the ring. We saw the holes in his defense when he got in there with Charles Martin. Charles Martin, people say, oh, well, he was in there with Charles Martin. Charles Martin is not the same Charles Martin that fought AJ. That's not the same Charles Martin that he fought. He fought a Charles Martin that was on his way out, and he's pretty much just a gatekeeper at this point. So yeah, he was in there with a name, but it wasn't the same caliber of opponent, because that Charles Martin, if he would have got in there with Mark McCauley, Charles Martin wouldn't have made it past 3 rounds. He wouldn't have made it past 3 rounds. So
I mean, Free is ice cold today.
I just call it how I see it. And like I said, that we haven't heard anything from Big Baby since then. Remember, Big Baby was doing interviews like once a month before he fought Mark McCauley. Every time we turned around, we saw Big Baby on somebody's interview or saying something or something out. We haven't heard anything from Big Baby since then.
Well, speaking of Charles Martin, I got salute to Charles Martin. I actually got an email from him. Charles Martin will be back Saturday, November 16th at the Fox Theater in Redwood City, California. It's funny you brought him up. The Prince will be back Saturday, November 16th at the Fox Theater, Redwood, California. The cool thing about this is a West Side promotion. This is the launch of his actual promotional company. So shout out to Charles Martin. I hope they get you on here soon, champ. I appreciate you emailing me back and forth. So that's just some good news out there. Charles Martin will be back in the ring November 16th. I think what you're saying is true, Free. But I think the thing that we forgetting is that even though Charles Martin kind of got his belt in a goofy way, or was off an injury, I thought Charles Martin really tested Big Baby, because we never seen Big Baby in a firefight. And I think if Charles could have had a little bit more energy, he just ran out of energy. He about to stop Big Baby a couple times. So Big Baby kind of showed you that he can be stopped. You know what I mean? If you got enough stamina and you can punch him out, you can do it. But as you guys seen, he kept getting up. Was that bad that they didn't call the fight earlier? That'd be my question. Start off first. Did they have called that earlier? Let me see. Thomas Hill. Brother Hill. What's going on, Pimp C?
Man, I was outside for the longest playing. I thought I was in timeout for the way she was treating me, man. You over there talking about Martin and McCauley, by the way. McCauley, he put them things on my man. I think he might have tapped into his soul. He got to do a soul check. But
hey, real quick before we go on. Hey, another thing I like about this daggone platform, Like when he just put up that private chat, it pops up on the screen to let you know, hey, somebody put something in a private chat. It's not
Yeah.
like on StreamYard, you see a little red dot and you got to be looking for it. This joint pop up right on the screen that let them know that, hey, somebody put something in a private chat. I like that.
Yo,
Yeah,
them glasses
platform is.
cold. I like them
Well,
glasses,
you
T.
know your boy step out every now and again, dog. I know
Hey,
you
no,
think I'm a square player, but I'm pretty round and whatnot, dog. I'm a round character, dog.
hey,
I got
it's kind of weird
dimension.
to see them
You know what I'm
Farus with that kind of style. Look at that. I ain't never seen no Faru with no style like that.
saying? But you ain't been around the right neighborhoods, man. You ain't been around the right neighborhoods, but you know, we styles out just like the other people, man. You know what I'm saying? They like I told you a long time ago, bro. They love our essence. They just hate on our existence, bro. We
That's a
got
fact.
like the Five Heartbeats told me. He said, "Yeah, we got soul too." You know what I'm saying? Sha
But
da da da. What's good though, man? What's good with my peoples? My good peoples.
hey, we talking about
Yeah, we
the best
chilling,
young
man.
fighters under 25, and you know another one. Dog, what's that dude with the zone? Mexican dude. I cannot think of his name. Hold on, let me look. It's Jose. I think I got it somewhere. Let me look. Jose something. Um, but another one is we hear a lot about that kid. What's his name? Abdullah Mason. But do you guys think he's in the same league as Emiliano Vargas? Honestly, or we just reaching?
No,
Um,
I don't think he's the same breed of Emilio Vargas. I think he's above Emilio Vargas. I think Emilio Vargas is not his breed of a fighter. Emilio Vargas is good in his own right, but he's not the same type of breed as Abdullah Mason. Emilio Vargas he showed that he still needs some work in that last fight that he was just in. He showed that he's still a prospect and he's still young in the game. Now we haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen that from Abdullah Mason, and Abdullah Mason been in there with guys with a lot of
No, he ain't been
experience.
with the set. But he ain't been in there with. Let's not do that, Free. He ain't
No,
been in there with no guys with no experience. Let's not do
no,
that, Free.
he's been in there. He's been in there with guys with a lot of experience. What are you talking about?
He's gonna find a lot of tomato cans, man.
No, you can call them tomato cans all you want to, but I bet you those guys go more rounds than you ever go.
That
So
don't count. Beating me up don't count. Beating me
anything.
don't count.
Yeah, that ninja not
Hey,
in shape.
hey, beating
You
us up
calling
don't
him
count.
tomato can doesn't mean anything. Like I said, he's been in there with experienced guys. Like this guy that he's about to fight this weekend is another guy that got over 30 fights. And like all I'm saying is Emilio Vargas hasn't been in there with nobody neither. He's been in there with guys that had experience. And like I said, this last fight, it showed that he still needs some work. We haven't seen that from Abdullah Mason,
Mhm.
that he still needs work. We haven't seen any holes in Abdullah Mason. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't have any. We just haven't seen them.
See, I get what you're saying. Shout out to Coach King, and of course, the Rise Podcast, aka the Smoothie King Show. Shout out to Smoothie King because he talks a lot. They talk a lot about Abdullah Mason being a lot like Abdul Wahid, but I think Abdul Wahid will break his neck. I just do. And the thing about people don't understand is that Abdul Wahid not only can he punch, but he's like a thumb. Anybody look at your finger, a thumb is strong. He not the tall, your thumb ain't the longest finger, ain't none of that. But it's that strong finger. When you got that thumb together, I feel like he built like a thumb. So when it comes to being Abdullah Mason, when it comes to Abdullah Mason, he's long and lanky like Terrence Crawford. I don't think he got that rustler body like Abdul Wahid. So I don't know if he'll be able to take as much punishment because I just got a feeling that uppercut that we seen Emilio Vargas throw, and he almost knocked the dude out the ring. Did you see that punch? I don't know if you seen that punch, Free. I thought he decapitated him, man. It was pretty bad. He like he decapitated that kid, man. So I get what you're saying. I just see that there's maybe more power with Emiliano Vargas, but I will admit Mason might be more skilled. He really might be. He might be as skilled as Bam is far as skill. I'll give you that. I just don't know if that matters if I can punch your head off. What you guys think?
I
well,
mean, that's your opinion.
pretty much.
Did anyone wish the best prospect a happy birthday? Whose birthday was today?
I didn't know it was Abdullah Mason's birthday today. I thought it was later.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm tripping. The best prospect, the two best of them all, Ben Whitaker and Kamel Moulton. My bad, y'all. I forgot to bring Baby Roy Jones and Baby Floyd to the party. I don't know what I was thinking. What you think about those two, Fresh?
Camille Moe, and I need to see more.
Salute to my man, Big Dre.
I'm not on a hype train. He's okay. In my opinion, he's just okay. I need to see him more. Didn't too many comparisons to Tank Davis. That's blasphemy because we haven't seen him do much enough to compare him to anybody right now. He's still young in his career. I need to see more. I know he got defensive problems, so he definitely needs to tighten up on that because he get in there with somebody that's not going to be shook by his pressure or whatever and empower them out. They can take advantage of it because the name of the game is make you miss and make you pay. He lucky it ain't me because the way he's defensively not sound, I'll be picking his ass apart like a nappy afro all day long.
Yeah,
I need to see more, to be honest. I have nothing against him, but I need to see more.
Yeah,
Billy, you a goofball. Let me say this. I'm sorry. I just realized whose birthday it was today. You a goofball, Billy. Happy birthday to Abdul Wahid, man. I'm there. How they say? I'm there alive, man. God bless you, man. I hope that God bless you on your birthday. Have a great birthday. I didn't realize it was Abdul Wahid's birthday. So what is he? 30 years old. Yeah. So he's 30.
I didn't know prospects become champions, but okay.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
anyway, when you talk about Moulton, I'm like Crush. I need to see more from him. I need to see him in there with some stiffer competition to see exactly what he's made of. I think he's a good fighter, but he does have holes in his games. He gets hit a little bit too much, and I need to see a little bit more from him. Now, Ben Whitaker, I'm not moved by him at all. I wasn't moved by him prior to him getting that, in my opinion, getting the stop.
Yeah, getting beat up.
Baby Roy? You ain't like Baby Roy's athleticism?
I told you this before the fight. I said when he get in there with somebody that don't care about all that fancy movement that he doing, we're gonna see what he's really built. And we saw he ain't built like that.
I said that too.
You really did. Hey, I don't know what Free been on today. Free really turned this. See, I miss Beanie Free. When Free got the beanie on, he not rough like that. But he got the hoodie on. He like mellow, man. He hoodie. This is a hoodie Free. I don't like hoodie Free. He's too harsh, man. He talking about a kid who got thrown over the ropes, got his ankle all twisted up. Get out here, Free. You know Ben Whitaker's a new Roy Jones, man. Come on.
Yeah, DVO. I've been said it. I said it not too long ago about this guy. We talked about him. You know, people came to people was defending him. It's no problem with me. Y'all feel that way. I see somebody knocking his ass clear out at some point. And I don't think he hurt any damn thing because I ain't heard an update since his injury. So I'm like the other people that felt that it was some bull crap in the beginning. Because he was getting touched up. My man was catching with that whole overhand right, like an oily face catch a new pimple every day. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like that, trying to be like the drunken master and all that, and people trying to defend his dude. Oh man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like DP. I'm even worse when it comes to
your
Ben
brother's
Whitaker.
cold.
I'm cold as ice right now because I'm going to drive this dude to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put him in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. He ain't like that. You know,
I've seen a lot of fighters in my lifetime. I'm not moved by people that just dance around the ring with somebody that's not on their level. I'm not moved by it. Let me see you do that with somebody that's on your level. Then that's when you impress me. But when you in there with guys that we know is not built like that, they not good at all. That doesn't. I mean, I can go in there and dance around somebody that's not good, That doesn't mean that I'm a world class boxer.
Hold on. Y'all putting too much hot
Can I say
sauce.
something real quick though?
We need Tommy Hill in here. Go ahead, Tommy Hill. We coming right to you. Go ahead, man.
I just want to say shout out to my man Bentley Ace Boogie in the house, the moderator herself, Melanin Queen 27, Just Duke, the voice of boxing. Shout out to my main man Big Dre, Big Drop Dre, aka the voiceover. And man, I don't even know what we talking about because I had somebody look like they was trying to creep up in my backyard. I had to go see if I had to snuff somebody out. But what we talking about so I could have an opinion on it.
BBO capping on Ben Whitaker. That we gonna cut it. We gonna get right to the chase, man. He up there trying to make it seem like Whitaker is this and that. Man, D Freeze on this man like a pack of hyenas. I don't like Ben Whitaker. I ain't sold on him. Fake behind carbon copy of the Drunken Master. Blasphemy. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go ahead. Now you got it, Tommy. Go ahead.
So on Ben Whitaker, bro, you know, I was good with the performance, the showmanship, and all that other stuff. But then he got into a ring with somebody that wasn't for all that BS, and you know, it looked like he tapped out, bro. It looked like he wanted to find a way out because it didn't look good for him. So he decided to go on and say like, "Yo, I'm gonna fall over on the side of here and hurt my little ankle," and it wasn't even the ankle I landed on, and I can't go. That's not a good look, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all is cold, man.
I was telling you though, me and you had this conversation offline, though, off air. I told you, man, it looked good, but there ain't too many drunken masters. There ain't too many. They damn sure ain't not a lot of Pernell Whitakers, and there ain't too many priests I seen him mad. He trying to be all of them wrapped in one, bro. Be you, do you, and when you find out that you ain't good enough, dog, work to find a better you. That's all you got to do.
You see, hold on. Y'all see what Free and Christ did? Y'all just went left. Y'all just dogged out Baby Roy. But that's all right. I'm gonna show Big Whitaker some love.
Well, since you said that, BBO, you don't throw another victim out there. You good for it because we ain't playing no games over here, man. We ain't sugarcoating a daggone thing over here. We don't do that, man.
Let me start with Tommy on this. What about Richard Torres, our next heavyweight champion? What you think about Richard Torres?
I think Richard Torres, he got grit. I'm not so sure about his skill set nor his prospects. You know, he's in a division where one punch and it could change everything. And I mean, for him so far, the matchmaking has been outstanding. So it looks like he's a world beater. But man, I don't think he can contend with them like top end talented heavyweights, and I think he's just a little tad bit too slow. And he's like he doesn't keep his head off that line. And in that division, you gotta get that head off the line.
You really? I mean, you want my honest opinion?
Don't dog your mouth, Free. I know what you want to do.
My honest opinion, I think Richard Torres is a poor man's Tommy Morrison.
That's a fact.
I mean, the guy looked good with guys who he's supposed to look good against. I mean, you asking me to give you a opinion on guys that haven't been tested. So I'm giving you my honest opinion. He's looked good against guys he's supposed to look good against. But what I see a guy that gets hit a lot and he only throws big punches. He doesn't set any of his punches up. He doesn't have a consistent jab. He doesn't have any head movement. And he gets hit a lot. You can't survive in a heavyweight with those flaws in your game. You can't.
So speaking of that,
Wait a minute.
Before I go to you, Chris, I gotta give these guys some love because y'all been pooping on all these guys under 25. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But Richard Torres, I think, to be honest with you, is the next American heavyweight champion. I think he does have to work on his jab. But the thing that I do like most about him, he has sand. And anybody that has sand or grit, whatever colloquialism you're thinking of, they can go a lot of places because that's what my man Crush got. Crush is grit. All hard, man. And I think Richard Torres, if he gets to me, I think he needs to get a way better trainer. His trainer is awful. His trainer, I don't know if the trainer tell him, hey, just walk in the punches or what, because his defense is horrible. Like I think if he went in there with like a young Deontay Wilder or AJ, man, they knocking the curls off his head. So other than that, him needing to get new trainers, I think Richard Torres has the skills and the grit to be our next American champion. But go ahead, Crush. You gotta have a question here on this one.
Hey man, don't be talking about saying I got grit mixed with this dude got grit, cause our grit is different. Everybody got grit. He got the same grit that everybody else got in their damn shelf. You want some butter on it? You know what I'm saying? That's the only grit he got. The grits. You know what I'm saying? That you eat for breakfast and all that. I'm a different type of grit, and I got more than grit. I got skill and everything that comes with it. You know, I'm a wolf. I'm a small little wolf. I'm buck wild. I'm buck crazy. I'm going for the other. 90-second rule. But anyway, Richard Torres, I'm gonna pick up where we left off on these other two jokers that we just had to just cook and serve off to the damn cats because you know the dogs ain't eating that bull crap. Who is Richard Torres? A guy that he's the clubber without the lang. That's what the hell he is. He's the clubber without the lang. And he's in the wrong lane for that. Like Tommy said, he's in the heavyweight division. And you gotta keep your head off the line. He can't even move his head. He ain't got no good defense. He ain't got no movement. You can pick him apart. You know what I'm saying? You could take what he's bringing. You could pick him apart, eat him up alive, packing him up, put him in a Lunchable. I'm not sold. Wait a minute. I'm not sold on this guy, and he only looks good because he's been matched up with guys he's supposed to look good with. Like DP said, I'm tired of this nonsense. Put him there with a tester. Put him in there with a tester. I want to see if he Dorsal or Energizer or everybody or some more other stuff. I don't know what he is. He might be a battery pack that we don't know about. A very weak one that can't even get off the shelves, can't even get out the damn warehouse. But I ain't sold on this dude, man. He gonna wind up getting beat up, beat to death, as you say, Kareem Abdul. He gonna get beat to death by he ain't even got it won't even be any of the top guys, you know. I got the low top 15 digging in him. He ain't like that. He ain't like that. And soon they make a mistake. Soon when they make a mistake with matching him, he gonna be on his ass bag and hope he got Affleck for his butt cheeks. That's all I got to say.
My man said he was a Lunchable, dog.
Yeah, he is milk, man. Hey, you know what's funny? My bad, Tommy. Is that these brothers just eating the future alive? They just dogged out Ben Whitaker, our next super middleweight champion. Then they dog on Richard Torres. It's like, come on, man. And then don't let me get on this whole thinking that Abdullah Mason can compete with Emiliano Vargas. Stop.
No, you need to stop it, Kareem Akbar, before we take your name back from you, man. We gonna demote you, man. We gonna put you down there with Pookie if you keep on acting up, man. We gonna demote you, man.
He gonna call you Kareem Bernardo.
Yeah, Kareem Bernardo. He ain't gonna be Akbar no more. He gonna be Kareem Bernardo. He been doing great lately. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can keep Kareem Bernardo away from the place. But you know, that's BBO. We all love it and hate it, but we enjoy it. But he likes Fernando. Emiliano, whatever you Flamingo, whatever his name is. But he likes him. He's likable, but you know, he feels as though this kid is something great already. That's fine with me. Let's put him in there with somebody I know that I think that's better than him, and that's how we solve that problem. You know, the bet on the wood makes the money on the wood makes the bet good. You know what I'm saying? So if he ever get in there with somebody I think that could beat him, man, I'm just saying we just gonna have a good old time. That's all I'm saying. But who else we got in under 24?
He said Abdullah Mason will beat Emiliano. You know what I'm gonna say to that, Just anybody when they fight, put your money in. That's all I want to hear.
Hey, BBO.
That's an easy money one right there.
Yeah. Hey, BBO. Since we talk about under 24, right? I think it's only right that we include women boxing in here too, man. Cause we got some under 24s over there in women boxing making noise, making more noise than some of the 24s over here in men boxing. Shout out to my girl Gabby Fundora, man.
And
Yeah,
Dora,
Gabby
Making noise.
Fendora. Yeah, she can fight. She can fight. Only
I
thing
like
about her,
Gabby, man.
she she
I'm a
gonna be like Carissa. She's not gonna be able to get enough fights. That's my only problem.
Yeah,
She won't get enough
and
fights.
shout out to Carolina the boys, Triple D little sister, man. I really like those two, man, a lot. They nice, man. They should be two of the biggest names in women boxing in the near future, man. So shout out to them. I think they great under 24s just as well. So I just wanted to bring them up, man. And I know it's no disagreement there.
You won't get
And you
none from me.
you're absolutely right. Just if you was to make the mistake to bet on my brother, my hometown brother, Cleveland's own Abdullah Mason, he's not the guy. His little brother's the guy. I'm trying to tell y'all early. Abdullah's not the
We
guy.
know
His
who
youngest
we
brother
waiting for
is the guy.
Ishmael. We know about Ishmael, man.
Yeah, Ishmael. That's who, Ishmael Mason is the guy that y'all thinking Abdullah is, because I'm telling you, Abdullah gonna get flattened.
But
Ishmael
right
got
now,
power in both
But
hands.
you think by my man Vargas?
Hmm?
You saying Vargas gonna flatten me?
that's what
I
he
think
think.
so. I think
Oh
so.
wow.
I wish I could see that fight right now. Or I'll clean you out, man. I clean you out like a Rico case, man. I clean you out.
BBO ain't betting on that for real. He know what he see. He
Hold
playing
on.
around right now. He know exactly
No,
what he see.
hold on. No. You know, I don't play no roles no more. But you know, just like I know, Free, when I told you, Ishmael Mason is the guy.
No. I'm
Not.
not talking about Ishmael. Ishmael would never fight his brother. We talking about Abdullah
No, I'm
and
talking about. I'm saying how good Ishmael Mason is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's the one that y'all think
I mean, he
Abdullah
might
is.
be. We got to see him. He might be.
He ain't the one right now. He ain't the one right now. So
Yeah, he only got
we
two
can't do
fights. He
that.
only got two fights. He got two
Yeah.
fights. So you're absolutely right. He only got two fights. He said, Crusher, I want to tear tonight. Got me rolling in the car. Hey, Crusher's a funny dude, man, because he already know Ishmael Mason is a monster. He knows this. Now, I ain't got to tell him this. So he know what I'm saying. He just don't want to agree with it because, you know, hey, you don't want to agree with the black
Hey,
man
shout out
sitting
to
by
Big
God.
Grave Billy,
I get
man.
it.
Just man, I ain't trying to hear that. What Kareem Akbar is talking tonight, man. I don't know. I'm about to throw Bernardo in there. I'm about to change him up, man. He getting loose. Got to put him back on the chain choker. Don't do it, Hammer. Don't do it, Hammer. You know.
Hey man, but let me ask you guys this. So that being said, would you guys say that Bam is the best fighter under 25 right now?
Who?
Bam.
Bam Rodriguez?
Right now, the best under 25. Um, I don't know. That's a good argument.
I put it this
Um,
way. He's the best under 25 in his weight class.
that's what I was about to say, D3. But overall, no.
Pound for
I,
pound, you think there's a better guy under 25 than him?
I don't think he beat.
Under
I don't think he
25?
beat. I don't think he beat Abdullah Mason. I don't think he'll beat him.
Abdullah's too big. I'm talking about the same
I
size.
think Abdullah is the best under
Yeah,
25, bro. Honestly, I do.
right now. Yeah, that's who
Yeah.
I think is.
I mean, and I think Vargas is an outstanding prospect. I think
Mhm.
Vargas also drinking that Kool-Aid, and that can be dangerous when you know you keep your head right where them punches can land, and you know you got to depend upon getting them up out of there, and you're not getting everybody up out of there. There's gonna come a
I'm
time when you go ahead.
no, my bad. No. You say you're not getting everybody out there. Go ahead. You say you're not getting everybody out there.
No, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to gruel it out, man. And if you continuously leave yourself open, especially in a division where you starting to see a little bit more pop in that division, you can find yourself on the short end of the stick. So hopefully, you know, he learned, man, because I like his dad, bro. I was always a big proponent of his dad because his dad got in the ring with everybody. That make you freaky. He the reason why you need light touches because that make you freaky didn't take no light touches.
No. He, but speaking of that, the thing that's so crazy about Free talking about Free and first talking about Bam is a legitimate champion at 115. And I've heard him say plenty of times that he would stop anyway. And I heard that he would love to fight Tank in a few years. And I don't think he could beat Tank. I think he'd be too small. But I definitely think he would probably give Inoue some competition. I don't think he can beat him, but he give him some competition. What do you guys think about Inoue and Bam at 122? Because that's been rumored as well. Because he's at
I love it.
115.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it real quick. I'm not gonna cook on it long. I love it. Let's see it, God damn it. That's all I got to say. Let's see it.
yeah. I would have loved to see that when they was at 118 together. Um,
Yeah.
but
They
and
wasn't there together. They wasn't there together. He
they
wasn't
was
in. He wasn't in the. He wasn't. He was in the amateur still.
no,
Bam was
no,
still in the amateurs.
they was at 118. They was at 118 together when Bam first started fighting. Because Bam was at 118. He was at 115. Then he went to 118. Then he came back down to 115. They was at 118 together.
Okay, because I just always remember him at 115. My bad. Go ahead. I'm looking up. You
Yeah.
right. He was. He
I
did
would
go
I
up
would
and come
I
back
would have
down.
loved to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know who wins that fight because Monster anyway he can box. He can box. But Bam can bang. So it would have been a hell of a fight. We seen Monster anyway get dropped, so he's not invincible. It's not like he can't get knocked out because he can. Um, but I would have loved to see it. I don't know if we would ever get a chance to see it because um, Monster is at 122 and Bam is at 115. Bam could move up and fight him, but I don't think he's going to jump up 2 weight classes to fight him.
Yeah, is it Nakatani's at 118, right? I think that's how you say it. Nakatani, is that how you said it? The
Nakatani.
dude yeah, Nakatani. I think he's at 118. I think him and Bam, that would be a good fight, but I think Bam stops him.
Yeah,
I think Bam
Bam will
stops him.
stop Nakatami. I think Bam will
Yeah,
stop.
he'll stop him. He'll stop him because that dude don't do nothing. He
Nakatami,
comes
he's
straight
good.
forward.
He's good, but he gets hit too much. Bam is
Yeah.
a person that you don't want hitting on you because he
Mm-mm.
got power for his size. He got power, and he hits you one time. It's going to be about 3 or 4 of them coming behind it. He's not the type of person that just punch you one time and then admire his work. He's going to hit you one
No.
time, and there's going to be 3 more coming right behind that.
That's a fact. He gonna throw, man. That's one thing about him. He's gonna throw, man. That's one thing I always love. He's gonna throw. But I ask you guys this, man. Thomas Hill, when you see Bam Rodriguez in the ring with Gerard Ennis, did you notice how big Gerard Ennis looked in that ring? I mean, he might be about almost 6 feet tall. What
Oh
you think
man,
about that?
Jerron Ennis. That's what I'm telling you, man. Jerron Ennis no small. He no small shrimp. That dude big. He
Yeah, he's
legit, bro.
huge. He's huge
He's
for
a,
47.
and he's a young in shape 47. There's gonna come a time when 47 is gonna be like tough for him to get at. That's how big the dude is, man. So yeah,
Yeah,
it don't shock me. And Bam a little dude too.
Yeah, you gotta remember his opponent is only 5'5". He's a
Yeah,
small. He
Who
ain't like he's no tall dude or anything. He's only 5'5". So
Karen?
yeah, he's 5'5". He came in at 141 pounds. He just fought Richardson Hitchens. That was the guy that fought Richardson Hitchens the last fight.
Limos.
Yeah,
Limo. You talking about no? You talking about Limo? No, we talking about We
oh,
talking about, I thought you
I'm
said
sorry.
Karen.
I'm thinking about Keyshawn. My bad. I'm thinking about Keyshawn.
But what you got? But speaking of that, what you think about the guy coming in at 6 pounds overweight? That's super
That's why.
unprofessional, man.
That's why.
He gotta make up. He gotta make up for the height difference
He do it.
I mean, but then again, like I said on Thomas, you gotta remember his last fight was at 140, so he probably can't make 135. So he probably can't make 135. His last fight was at 140. He just fought at 140 when he fought Richardson Hitchens. So I'm trying to figure out why did he come down for the fight? Because you were just fighting at 140.
Probably for a nice little bag. I mean, he gonna make a nice little amount of money, couple $100,000 for sure.
I mean,
I
he
mean,
might
he gonna make some good money. He gonna make some good money. But my thing is this: if Keyshawn was to lose, would that be a built-in excuse if the guy came in big as a house?
Nah, because Keyshawn's supposed to be the better talent. He's supposed to be the bigger fight. Because Keyshawn's still gonna come in the fight bigger than him. Keyshawn's gonna come in bigger than him. So if Keyshawn lose, he lost to a guy that he overlooked. Because I truly believe that's the only way Keyshawn is going to lose. He's got to look past this guy. I don't think this guy is. It should be. I think Keyshawn should stop him. A lot of people say I don't know if Keyshawn's going to stop him. I think Keyshawn should stop him. But what I did say, and I said this on Thomas, and Crush was there when I said it. My bold prediction is Keyshawn might get sat down one time. He might get sat down, but he's going to get up and stop him.
That's what he said.
Yes, he said that. Yep, that's what he said.
Yeah, salute to my man Puerto Rican Tommy. But the thing I will say is this: he said, "How old is Keyshawn?" I think Keyshawn's like 25,
223.
Is he that young? I don't know. If you look it
About
up,
25.
how old
About
is
24,
Keyshawn?
25.
I know he's not that old, but I think no matter how it goes, these young prospects, I think boxing is in a really good place. I'm sorry, everybody, that my co-host just decided to take a dump on the future of boxing, but that's okay. But you know, another thing too, he said, remember that rehydration clause. You know what, Big Dre? You my brother and I love you, but I love how you always defend these crazy things that Abdul Wahid does. But if anybody else was to do it, I think it'll be a problem. But let me ask you guys this. I don't support this guy anymore. We all know I used to be a big fan of his. Undisputed champion, Teofimo Lopez. What do you guys think about Keyshawn saying, I think he's mentally lost? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, you could have a point there. I know something is wrong with him. Besides, you need a foot in his behind. But something is definitely wrong with him. He ain't been right since Jody took his girl.
You who you talking about?
Tia.
Tio,
Oh,
Keyshawn made a response to him about, not liking the, all the racist language that Tio, because, I don't support Tio anymore, but the former champ had been saying a lot of racist stuff, like he beat 2 white boys, now he need 2 black boys to finish his career, which is crazy.
He didn't say none of that when they were sitting on the stage beside each other. That man copped the plea. That man didn't say none of that to Keyshawn in his face.
He told
Well,
Keyshawn, he did tell Keyshawn he was stopping.
He's not built like that. He's not built like that. That
I'm
man.
not gonna lie. That was a sad look for him on that stage with Keyshawn.
He thought,
Like, and I mean,
brother,
to
nobody
me,
hear him. He thought couldn't nobody hear him. They heard the whole conversation.
yeah. And to me,
Yeah,
man,
I mean,
I don't look at Keyshawn and say, get the spook town feeling. So like, yo, if this dude's spooking you, man,
Man, Tio is the Malibu most wanted. That's
what he should have did. What he should have did, and I know this is salute to my man Hardcore in the house. I said what he should have did was he should have slapped Keyshawn in his mouth right there on stage and dealt with the consequences, because you don't let a man talk to you like that without going in his mouth, because that's too disrespectful. Anytime a man invades your space, whether it's football, any type of combat sport, I'm going right at you, dog. And I think, Tio made a mistake by not going in his mouth and checking that dude early, because now he think he can say whatever. But I don't respect what Tio's saying, and I think it's unfortunate that whatever happened with his girlfriend, with his ex-wife, I think it's such that somebody got to mute. I can't mute you from here. Somebody mute. Somebody too loud. Hold on, sorry.
that was
No, what I was saying is, it's just I think it's just very important that whatever Tio is going through, man, he need to get some help. He need to get some help, man, because I think it's not funny anymore. It's not cool anymore. Calling blacks monkeys and niggas, man. Now, I'll be honest. Free's Puerto Rican. I grew up with Puerto Ricans. I grew up with Puerto Rican saying the N-word my whole life. So I don't get that whole thing. But as far as the monkey stuff, I don't play that monkey stuff. That's like my man said it, but I don't play that Muhammad stuff. But go ahead, y'all. What you got on that, Free? Can you hear me, Free?
Now, when it comes to that whole thing, I mean, I think he's doing it because he want to keep his name relevant because he know he can't fight until this lawsuit is over with. But the whole thing is you're gonna say it to the wrong person, and they're not gonna take it as well as you think they are. And I know that they feel like because they are boxers, they can beat anybody, but it's a lot of guys on the street that ain't professional boxers that know how to fight. There's a lot of them on the street that know how to fight, and then some of them ain't worried about fighting. They say, okay, you can fight. I know you can fight, so since I know you can fight, I'm not coming with you like that. I'm coming at you like you got something in your hands. So when it comes to that, somebody in his camp, and that's why I say a lot of these guys got too many yes men around him. Somebody in his camp need to tell him, hey, you need to stop doing that. Because
Yeah, he gotta do better. He gotta do better for sure.
Take it lightly. So too many of these guys got too many yes men in their camp, and nobody want to tell them the truth. And it's sad as sad as it seems. A lot of these dudes look at these guys as their breadwinner, and I mean, for a lot of them, it is their breadwinner. But at the same token, though, you got to be honest with these guys because if something happened to that guy that you could claim as a breadwinner, there's no more bread to be won. If somebody come out there and injure him and he can't fight ever again, or somebody come and God forbid take his life, there's no more money coming from that side no more. So you gotta be honest with these guys and let them know, hey, you can't be acting like that because everybody ain't gonna look at you the same way I look at you.
You know, shout out to Hardcore. You're absolutely right. I have been a huge supporter of Teofimo Lopez, former undisputed champion, but I just can't get down with the whole monkey talk. I don't play that monkey talk. You know, that's not funny, man, because I seen a dude get hit with a kettlebell in the weight room for saying something crazy like that. You really got to watch your mouth. And I remember my grandma used to say this all the time. If you got a big mouth, just be ready to defend it. And that's just what it is. So I think, and then on top of that, we had Keyshawn. You know, I think Crush called Keyshawn. I mean, not Keyshawn, Shakur. I know Crush got names for Shakur, according to Starman and all that. But I think what Shakur said was very true. Like, T.O. just need to get some help because they keep putting cameras in his face and they keep saying crazy stuff. No matter how it goes, I think T.O. stops Keyshawn. But as far as whatever he's dealing with mentally, he need to go get that handled, man, because he's looking bad out here. He really is. He said, well, T.O. love and train down here in Florida. He actually is a real stand-up guy in the gym. I would agree with that. I mean, I know he loved to be in Carroll City all the time. My man, Hardcore said upset tomorrow. I think, you know what? I don't think people understand. Lemos is a live dog in this fight, and I think he really could beat Keyshawn because. But I'm gonna say this: what I seen with Keyshawn's last fight changed my whole thought about him because you had a dude trying to tackle him. Remember that dude was trying to tackle him.
Yeah, I mean he rocked Richardson Hitchens a couple of times in that fight. He can punch. Now, like I said, I believe Keyshawn should beat this dude easy because Keyshawn is the better boxer. He has the better I ain't gonna say better experience, but Keyshawn is a silver medalist in the Olympics, so he's faced different opposition and different styles of fighting. He should be able to handle this guy pretty easy, especially a guy that's 5'5" and who's coming down in weight. Even though it didn't show it on the scale because he came in at 141, but he came down to the weight. Keyshawn should be able to beat this guy pretty easy, but I mean, it could be an upset tomorrow. I mean, but it might not be Keyshawn. It could be somebody else. Might not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I hit the wrong button. Go ahead. My
Does
bad.
Keyshawn have a chin? Well, he got rocked. I think it was his last fight. He got rocked, and he took it pretty well. I ain't gonna say he doesn't have a chin because I haven't really seen a big puncher hit him cleanly yet. So until I see that, I can't really judge if he got a chin because he doesn't really take any clean shots. Like I said, the dude that he fought last, it was a kind of a dirty fight, and he did catch Keyshawn with a clean shot and rocked him a little bit, but he handled it pretty well. But that dude is not known to be a big puncher like that.
Yeah, he was just being dirty, I thought, but that's just me. I thought he was fighting pretty dirty. But I don't know. Either way it go, I think Keyshawn definitely just showed a lot. I think he really has shown, and let's not forget, he must be doing something when you got a guy like Abdul Wahid saying his name. So I mean, like he said, and it's the thing about nobody's bringing this up. This is the first time I've seen somebody actually check Abdul Wahid and say, "Shut up and fight." All that you talking blah blah blah, fight me. Send me a contract. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he told Abdul, shut up and send me a contract. That's pretty straight to the point, Free. I know you respect that, don't you?
Who that?
The fact that Keyshawn told Tank to shut up and send me a contract.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to say that now, knowing that you got a fight lined up. Say that when the fight is over with.
I haven't heard nobody talk to him like that. I hear you saying, but people don't be talking to Abdul like that.
No, but the thing is, he know that Tank has a fight lined up. He has a fight lined up. Say it when both of y'all are free. That's more of a statement to be made. When both of y'all are free, y'all neither one of y'all have a fight lined up, and you saying, "Oh, well, Tank, you looking for a fight? Well, send me the contract. I'm ready to fight you." I respect it more that way than to say it when you know he already has a fight lined up, so he can't send you, or he's not going to send you a contract.
I just will say I get what you're saying, Free, but usually, other than probably Devin, well, even Devin to an extent, usually when Tank get to talking that crazy stuff, they kind of all back off and back down. This is the first time I've ever seen somebody say blah blah blah, shut up and send me a contract.
I mean,
I thought that was I like that, Free. I don't know about you, I like that.
I mean, you can like it. Like I said, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you know, he got a fight lined up. It doesn't really mean anything. So I mean, it's just all talk right now. And like I said, when both of those guys are free, let me hear you say the same thing then. And then you gotta look at it. Keyshawn is supposed to be going after those guys. He's a contender now. He's supposed to be calling out these guys. But at the same token, if Tank Davis make that fight with Keyshawn, is they going to give him credit for beating Keyshawn?
That's tough. That's the truth. I don't know.
No, ain't nobody gonna give him no credit for beating Keyshawn. The man got what, 10 fights, 11 fights? They ain't giving Tank no credit for beating Keyshawn. You already know it. You know the answer to it. They ain't giving him no credit for beating Keyshawn.
They ain't. Keyshawn's pretty good.
I'm just telling you, they're not gonna give him no credit for beating Keyshawn. I mean, it's good for Keyshawn calling him out, and if they make the fight, so be it. But I'm just letting you know, they ain't gonna give Tank no credit. He go in there and he stopped Keyshawn. They're gonna like, well, that man only had 12 fights. He was green. He wasn't ready for no Tank Davis, even though he's ranked number 2 in the WBC and like number 3 or number 4 in another sanctioned body. So, but they're not gonna give him any credit if he goes in there and he stopped Keyshawn.
Well, he called Kid Austin out, and Kid Austin ducked him. So I mean, I don't know. I like Keyshawn. I like this kid. This guy is showing you, and I like the fact that he told Tank, shut up and send me a contract. I don't know, man. That just was pretty dope to me. I just never heard nobody tell a dude what time it is, man. Forget all that talking. Let's fight. He said everything but let's fight. Keyshawn, I never heard Keyshawn. He's pretty confident he's gonna beat Abdul. So he said, come on, man, be real. Tank fight Keyshawn. That's a whole cherry pick.
Exactly. That's what I'm
He
saying.
said, "Me and my bro love, and me and my bro love, and made a lot of money off Tank." Tank is I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do why he a lot, but I just think it's something different when a guy say, "Shut up and fight me." That's I don't know.
I mean,
I fully respect that, but I do.
I wouldn't mind seeing a fight, but I know the people ain't gonna give him no credit for it. They're gonna say Tank cherry pick Keyshawn Davis. I know what's gonna come out about it. So I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a fight. Keyshawn running his mouth. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But we know what's gonna come behind it.
If
Yes.
punks jump up to get beat down, then let them have it.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I know what's gonna happen. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I know what's gonna
You don't
happen.
think he got a chance to beat Abdullah at all?
Everybody have a chance.
No.
Everybody has a chance. Now, how high is that chance is another story. But everybody has a chance. I don't think
Will he be able to bully a little boy Abdul, like throw him in the
No,
ropes and be
no.
rough with him?
Tank is not the same typical 5'5" dude. He's not the same typical 5'5" dude. You're not just going to bully a dude that hits like a middleweight. You're not going to bully that type of dude. You can try. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be laying on your back. We've seen it happen. What, 93% of his fights? They try to bully him. We see Rolly try to bully him. What happened? He was laying on the rope. We see Ryan try to bully him. What happened? That man was in the corner about to boo-boo on himself. You can try.
Hey, salam alaikum, man. Salim Ramadan to my brother, man. Clarence in the house, man. Fresh off his paper route. You know, if you need your final calls, man, check my man Clarence out, my man, aka David Ruffin. Shout out to him, man. But let me ask you guys this real quick before we get out of here. We're getting ready for the Rise podcast, home of one of the faces of boxing, Abdul Wahid. And don't forget about my favorite, the Smoothie King. But let me ask you guys this before we get out of here. When you guys see a guy like Richardson Hitchens, and you really see him like as being like a poor man's Devin Haney, can Hitchens ever become a champion at 140? What do you guys think about that before we get out of here?
No, I don't see him as a poor version of Devin Haney because he doesn't fight like Devin Haney. To me, in my opinion, he fights more like Shakur. He's very defensive, and he doesn't throw a lot of punches. He fights more like Shakur, in my opinion. But I think Richardson Hitchens is Richardson Hitchens. I don't like to compare fighters that's still fighting right now with other fighters. Now, I mean, if you want to compare to somebody from the past, then so be it. I like giving these guys credit for being themselves. I don't like comparing them to nobody else. Now, I could say this fighter remind me of that, but to say he's like him, nah, I don't do that.
And I can respect that. What about you, Chris? I think Chris went out of here. But on that note, it's your boy BBL Boxing. We're gonna be back tomorrow covering the Keyshawn versus Lemos fight. Get ready. Beautiful top rank card. The second greatest promoter that ever lived. Bob Arum, as my man Manny Pacquiao said. My promoter, thank you to my promoter, Bob Arum. I think Bob Arum is going to put on a great fight, great show. Can't wait to see Lemos. I think they're coming from Norfolk, Virginia. Shout out to my man Banky Pound and my man Brother Jay. I know they're going to be down there for the Banky Pound meet and greet. They're going to have some good food, good times down there. And hopefully watch Keyshawn Davis get an opportunity to hopefully earn a fight with Abdul Wahid. You got anything before we go, Fritz? And shout out to my man Freak. I don't know if it's this platform, but your mic's been on point, dog. I don't know if it's just this platform, but your mic been on point since we've been on here.
We're going to see some great fights this weekend. I think it's going to be a pretty good card. But I mean the zone card, that's a nice card. It's one of the, I think it might be the best card they put on this year. It's a real nice card they got. But it might be some upsets. Don't be surprised if you see some upsets.
Hey, and on that note, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I beat no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, that can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know.